Yes. You know, it's crazy. It was semi loud. It wasn't as loud, but it in the last 30 seconds it just got elevated. But that's what happens. You come out, man. One of my favorite breakfast spots. Just had a pretty decent breakfast, and got a nice little workout in this morning. And yeah, big ups to my man Big Belly Bob. Um, I support you on your weight loss journey, my friend. I think it's awesome. And yes, we will get up and have we'll do a walk. I can walk with you, bro. I can definitely walk with you. You meet up downtown, or I come out to where you at. No problem. But today, let me go ahead and do that customary. You know what I'm saying? Wrist check. So today I am rocking my Hamilton khaki feel. This is the cane. The cane. That is my watch of the morning. On the way back, I will be changing my watch out for one of the four watches I'm going to be talking about today. So, Gata. I heard this term last year. Never heard of it before, but I heard the term Gata. Just abbreviation of go anywhere and do anything, watch, right? I was like, oh, okay. So, start thinking to myself, that, uh, yeah, cash. Yep. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second. Just a second. Who on there? What's up, Jay Jones? I see you in there, bro. I see you in there. Uh huh. Okay. So, like I was saying, you go anywhere, do anything, watch, right? So I was like, okay. I started thinking to myself, I got a couple of those in my collection, but then I saw the criteria, and based on the YouTube heroes, it can't be a dive watch, can't be a dress watch, and like it's a whole bunch of can't be's. And I was like, hmm, yeah, and I'm that type of guy that's like, maybe that works for you, but not for me. So my goal anywhere, do anything watch has been watches that I have been bringing along with me while I'm doing my everyday. And the watches I'm about to show you, which I know you guys that's coming on live, you didn't see the thumbnail because it doesn't show the thumbnail when you do this vertical live. But for the people that's watching after the fact, you'll see the four watches I have on the table. Um, and there's no particular order, but let me start with any, many, money, mo. Let's start with this, the Nomadic. Yes, sir, Nomadic, Nomadic, Nomadic. Samurai 401. This watch has, I mean, it's a fairly new brand, excuse me, micro brand, and this has like the Black Bay vibes, vintage Rolex vibes. We covered this last month, but when I got it, well, when I discovered this watch, I was interested because I do like that. I like that robust diver vibe, regardless. I think it is if you're going to homage a piece, um, those are nice watches to homage to, or to give tribute to, is the Rolex or the Rolex and the Black Bay. But this watch is pretty stout, has great lume on it, and this is a watch that I wore like when I got it when I first bought this watch. Wore this thing every day. It went with me on everything, so I can go swimming in this thing. I can go to church in this thing. I can do my daily walks, push-ups, the whole nine. Automatic movement, yes, it is. It does. See in the back there, that rotor represents the Nomadic, and the Nomadic is actually the tender that will take people and mail to the Titanic and the other. I think the Titanic and the Olympic. The Olympic, yep. Um, has great bezel action. The color. I chose the green because I love that green, but like that second hands, that yellow, it has representation. See, you will have to literally look into the history of this watch company and what it represents. But once you get past that and you strap the watch on your wrist, you got a size for you. It's pretty stout. You know, it does have a decent weight to it. The finishing on it, man, I think is great. It's amazing. I have no problem with the polishing. It's just it's a lovely watch, and this is one that I like to just throw on and just go about my business. Now, I don't know the exact deviation time on this watch. I will test it to see. I will test it to see. But I can wear this watch every day in every situation, just by off the way to look at it. Now they do have other colorways. Like there's a crimson color, which I would have got that one too. There's like a black and gold, and it's like gilded. If you look at the number markers, like the I know the maroon and I guess crimson and the black one shows more of the like the gilded um, aesthetic. Oh, let me see if you can get a closer look. But this watch is solid, man. This is solid. You got like you can adjust it right there, adjust, and that pulls it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little minor adjustment. And I need that because, like, when I go on my walk, sometimes, man, like my wrist be swelling up a little bit, so I can make these on the fly adjustments for this watch. But as far as now, when we're talking the price, this watch is gonna hit you over $1,000. And this is a discussion that was had before. It's like, well, it's not a Tudor Black Belt, so I don't know if I want to give a independent company. And this is just off the comments that we've had. You know, some of us had when I actually reviewed this watch the first time. And I understand that. You know, it's like, oh, well, I might as well get the Black Bay if you want. You know what I'm saying? Because like this is gonna come in at $1,100. The Black Bay is coming around $4,100 unless you can find it on the gray market or pre-owned or somebody that you trust. You may be able to find it. I saw, you know, a Black Bay for as low as $2,200 at at the authorized dealer in their used section. So I mean, it's possible. You'll have to just go searching. But in the meantime, you can just go on it on Nomadic, and I don't get no kickbacks. But you tell you, you go to Nomadic and get it. This is actually the most expensive piece. One of the most expensive pieces I have out here right now. So you got $1,100 for this piece. That may not work for some people because they say, "Hey, it's a lot of money," and you know the dive watch is like the number. Like I ain't gonna say it's the number one, but it's. I would say if you did a poll, I bet more people would say, "Hey, I'll buy a dive watch first before I buy something else." I bet you. I bet you that poll. I dare to say about 70% of the people will buy dive watches before they buy anything else. But I'm going to show you a watch that I absolutely looks better than the Tudor, in my personal opinion. Hey, I like, man, because I've held the Tudor. Um, this is a solid watch, man. I mean, even down to the font, bro. Like, look at the font. That font is, and it's like that ceramic bezel insert, bro. That thing's beautiful, man. That's crazy. I like this watch, man. This is a go-to. I like it. I like it. I can wear this every day without fail, no problem. Yeah, looks better than my. Oh, I just read that. Now here's another watch that I go to all the stinking time, and that right there is my glycine chief. My glycine chief. It's non-screw down. This watch is in every. I can wear this watch every day without fail, no problem. I mean, because this watch, honestly, you know, when I upload to Watch Punch, and when I upload my whatever Victor piece or Aragon or whatever piece I'll upload to Instagram, I'd wear that watch for maybe an hour, 2 hours, maybe. But this goes back on my wrist, man. And for me, I've had this watch for a while, and look, the leather. I mean, of course, you know, leather's gonna last, man. I just treat it, wipe it down, and just keep it moving, man. This watch is amazing. Plus, you got the 24-hour dial. And anybody can wear this watch. Anybody, even if you're not used to a 24-hour dial. I'm gonna tell you this: once you get it, look at it. Just look at the orient. Get yourself orientated, because you do. If you're not used to it, you have to orientate yourself to looking at this, and then you have to look at the outer bezel, which I actually have this set to. Let me see, what time is it right now? So it's almost 10:20, and it is 4:20 p.m. It's 4:20 p.m. over in Iraq right now, or 4:19 or whatever. 'Cause I got it set to Iraq time because I got my buddy that's over there in Iraq. So I try to set it, and I got to set a show to where he's not at work and he'll be able to get to see it. Yo, what's up, Kel? Trap, I agree with you about dive watches. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, Jake. Excuse me, man. Hold on, gotta give me some water. I'm just saying, bro. Like, dive watches. I see. You know what? When I was at my son's graduation last week or week before last, whenever it was, and I was just wrist checking, just like looking at people's wrists. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what people's wearing, and dude, I saw the Submariner probably 7 times. I saw a bunch of pro divers, man. I saw a Venom. I saw a Magnum, but for the most part, I was just looking. There was so many dive watches. There were so many people diving up. Some people had dress watches on too, man. I said so the Orient Bambino. Yeah, and I was checking, man. It was just hundreds of people walking through, and like when you standing there and you waiting to get past, you just looking at people's wrists. And I was like, there was a lot of dive watches in the crowd, man. A lot. Living. Oh, you saying what I do for a living? I'm a veteran, bro. I'm retired, brother. I'm retired. The army beat me down, man. So, and I like right now I'm a caregiver. That's great. I am from India. Nice to meet you. I'm just outside of Washington D.C. Space is everywhere, man. Space needs to be the president. I'll vote for you. But yeah, going back to this, this is a great watch to have, and the price. You can find this watch in two spots that I've shopped at. Depending, like if you go to Shop HQ, you'll find this watch. Now their prices are elevated. If you get a code or something like that, like when they have those 20 and 30% off, if you catch the episode, which I don't know what's going on with Shop. I think they're off of YouTube. You may have to get the YouTube TV to get it. I don't know what's going on with them, but you can go to their website and they do have discounts every once in a while. And I would say get this watch, apply the discount, and spend about maybe 550 for it. It's definitely worth it because the movement that they have in this watch, the history of this watch as a whole. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. There is an agenda on YouTube. We all have agendas. I have an agenda every time I come on this thing. I'm not even gonna act like I don't. You know what I'm saying? People that do Star Wars shows and movies have an agenda. I'm gonna leave that alone. But the one thing that you never see that often, you don't. I ain't gonna say never. That's a lot. Hardly something that you will hardly ever see is the glycine brand being promoted on YouTube. If you go to Instagram, you subscribe to it, you'll start seeing it because they do the commercials and stuff like that on Instagram. I think Glycine has like whoever does their imagery and like they're coming soon. Amazing job. But you can't sleep on this. Soldiers were issued this watch. This particular one, helicopter pilots were trading in their Hamiltons for this watch. They loved it. They loved the loom. Helicopter pilots like, hey, it's 24-hour dial. I'm with it. I can rock with that. And you can see the crystal on it, man. This is a stout watch. This is stout, hands down. and they have them in multiple colors. They got them in green. They got like a wine color. They got the blue. It whatever. This is this is the spot. And and they got quick release on there. So this is why I say go in anywhere, do anything type of watch. This right here, and just as easy as I got this leather strap on there, you could put canvas on here. Just as easy as you could put canvas, you could put sailcloth on this one. Just as easy as you could put sailcloth, you could put a bracelet. However you want to do it, it works for you. I spend too much time watch spot. It's easy to do, bro. It's easy to do, bro. Can you get me a cheap bad boy under $15? I'm driving trap, but I'm listening. Oh, event yours is in the building. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Isn't it funny how we look and risk when we're out? Yeah, 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 yeah. Event yours is in the building. Adventures. I saw that live. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. Hey, so you guys know that I have people that come in. Anytime a content creator, another content creator comes into my chat or live, I do appreciate that because I mean, they have lives, they got their work, and then they have their content that they're working on, man. So I always consider it a blessing if you stop by. I never expect anybody that's doing content creation to come in. So when I do see them come in, oh my gosh, man, that. So you guys go check it out. That may be something that you guys like. When you're taking a break away from looking at or watch spotting, as we were saying, risk checking. Go check out that channel, man. Look at it. It's down in the chat. Event yours. Go see if that's something that you like. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this too, y'all. There's channels that you watch that you don't like, but like there may be somebody else. I would say share a channel that you may not even care for too much. Like, hey, you know what? This may be valuable to somebody else. Just share it on your Facebook post. Somebody pick it up, and that, you know what I'm saying. You never know where they go from there. And then like they'll thank you for it later. Be like, hey man, I found out about Event Yours over there on Trap, man. This dude talking about watches, but they got something completely different. But they like watches too. And I know she's looking for a watch for her husband. Bro, it's really very exciting because I don't talk any foreigner. Hey, that's cool, man. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you this. I've spent time in the military when I went to Iraq, different culture, and I had to get used to everything there. And there's one thing that we all had in common, right? No, I'll take that back. There's a number of things. One, we all like coffee, right? Some people, and I wasn't a smoker like that, you know what I'm saying? But I sat around people that smoke cigars. So they had that in common. Watches. Bro, you know how many people I talked to when I was in Iraq? We was talking about different watches, man. And like we was asking, hey man, what's the watch of the year? And they were like, yo, Rolex is it, man. And we like, but we can't wear a Rolex over here unless you're an officer and you're not getting down dirty with stuff. I ain't wearing no Rolex in war, bro. Heck no. Man, I scratch up my ball. Rolex, man, in the sand or getting blown up and knocked down. I look down and my crystal broke. I'm having a fit. If I was over there and somebody blew me up and I was able to get up and I looked and my Rolex was cracked, I'm off. I'm getting everybody. Everybody. I'm waking everybody. Your auntie, I'm gonna slap her because she shouldn't have been your relative for you just tore up my Rolex. Yeah, I'm just messing around. But no, seriously, we all had that in common, man. We enjoy watches, man. And I always say that it all started with a watch. Our whole relationship started with a watch, man. I grew up different from a lot of y'all. I'm in a different age group than some of you guys. Join Watch Crunch, people for all over the world and every level of. Yep, Watch Crunch is it. Do you? Yes, I do. You know what? I use Pinterest, man, for recipes. I'll be looking at recipes on Pinterest, man. I post watches too every once in a while, not a lot. But since you said something, I'm going to start posting more watches on Pinterest. Timeless G Shocks are great buys at Walmart. Yeah, boy, quit playing. Oh, bro, I saw a G Shock that's coming out that is anime based. It is anime based, and if I can get my hands on it, because it's gonna be a limited run. They got two colors. One is white, and it's dressed up just like the anime. You flip it over on the back. It has the anime little symbol or whatever without the snot bubble, bro. Hey, man, if I can get my hands on that one, bro. Oh, yup, I said it. And I'm already over my limit of watches this year. I was supposed to do 15. I'm at 25. I don't know how that happened. But it did. I'm on watches, etc. Scratching up the rollie. I know that's right. Hey, hey, man. I was mad. I had bought a rollie when I was overseas, man. I got a nice bonus. Oh, my bonus was so nice when I went to Iraq. I said, y'all paying me this much to come over here? Oh yeah, I earned every penny. When I tell y'all, Iraq was no joke. It was hot. It was hot. And one thing, I grew up in Southside Chicago. I went to high school in Gary, Indiana. So gunfire don't bother me whatsoever. I hear a gunshot, I'm like, okay, that was kind of close. You get on the ground, you're good to go. You live this, survive, and tell a story tomorrow. But explosions outside of fireworks, I've never in my life, like watching the movies and stuff like that. You know, it's crazy. You know how we get excited about movies and you watch Bad Boys or, you know what I'm saying, or the Halo series that was on Amazon and all explosions. But when people are standing, I'm going to say, if a bomb went off 30, 40 feet away from an actor, right? And then boom, and they just fall like, oh, and they get up. Bull crap. Bull crap. Bro, we had a mortar come in and hit so hard one time, and that thing was one was close to me. I was in the truck. I felt the concussion from that, but it was one that went off, and that thing was a distance away from me, knocked me on my butt. I couldn't even. I was like, "What just happened?" So imagine if it was close to you. Okay, this is a movie, so it's there for theatrics and stuff like that. But in reality, man, you want to debunk an explosion, let it go off 15 feet away from you. You're done. Now, one thing we learned about if you saw a grenade, you drop down and you know what I'm saying, like, oh, that thing's gonna go off. You want to minimize the amount of shrapnel that's gonna hit you. You cover up because you catching it. You catching it. Oh yeah. Hey, Jay, you know what I'm talking about. I saw the results of one of the soldiers, man, when the mortar came in. We was like, we heard it, and you hear that. That's for real. That whistle. Oh yeah, you hear that whistle, bruh. I will never forget. I knocked myself out. I'm telling this story. I knocked myself out trying to get out of the way. Yeah, we had these berms. I mean, these structures to where you can get in there. You know what I'm saying? And like it could fit maybe 20 soldiers, depending on how you know what I'm saying where you are. We heard it, and I dove trying to get because you can hear the whistle, and I hit my head on the clearing. And my buddy, man, I'm so glad my buddy's there. He pulled me in. But one soldier got hit. It actually hit towards the entrance of that protection and shrapnel his leg up. So, oh man, tore his leg, mangled it, man. I've never. I mean, you get to the point where like, where do you help? Where do you? Because he's bleeding from everywhere. It's like, yo. But okay, we're off of that. Let's get back to watches. Let's get back to watches, bro. In America, how much KFC costs? Oh, depending on what you get, man. KFC actually went up in price, man. It's like you can get a meal for about $10. You know what I'm saying? Like two wings, a biscuit, and a drink, all $10. Um, they used to have like those lunch specials, man, but since COVID, that went away. But yeah, man, KFC ain't it's not too bad. We even have a KFC buffet here. So I think that's like $18. If you go to the buffet and you can just eat as much as you want. You got all that chicken. The only thing they don't have is like they got liver, and I don't like liver. They need to get some gizzards put in that stuff. Yeah, man. Do you eat bull? So yeah, man, yeah. Now, the last thing I was talking about was this, right? So I'm not trying to push you into this watch, but I am telling you that this is an everyday wear. Like this is something that you can wear to work, something you can wear to church, Something you can wear to the park. You can go swimming in. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like the water resistance is decent. It's decent enough for you to swim in. And it's a push pull crown. They do offer some with the screw down crown. The 42 millimeter has a screw down crown, so the water resistance is elevated. I think like 200 or 300 meters or something like that. But, bruh, truth. And on average, you're gonna spend about anywhere from $600 to $800. It's under 1,000. And across the board, when you're talking about watches with that movement in it, so they have different movements, man. Like you may get one with the Salida 330 in it. You may get one with 2893 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got the other movements. So it's hit or miss. And the thing about glycine, here's the deal. Let me get a visual. There are a number of these that were on the shelf that have all other movements in it. Then there were remakes that have the Salida. You just don't know unless you open up the case back and you know what you're looking for. So I don't know exactly which one I have in there. But I know it works and I know it's great. It keeps amazing time. The loom is good. The loom is good. Functionality, great watch. It's something that I can wear every day. So this is my guide. Go anywhere, do anything. Now, here, I'm gonna show you one that hits a little heavier, price wise. It do, but man, I'm so glad I got this watch. And yes, for me, for Trapvision 3D, this is a gotta. It is a go anywhere. I've done anything in it. I've done everything. I've walked in it or pushed up in it. I've drove my car in it. I stuck it out the window and all that. Yep. Anything that I do on a daily basis, I do in this watch right here, man. This is another go-to. So if I'm not wearing this one right here, I am wearing this right here. Yeah. And as of late, I didn't bring it with me. I have my oh my gosh, I can't think. I'll tell you in a second. This is a dive watch. But yeah, so that right there, anthracite dial, it is so beautiful, man. The texture on that watch is amazing. That onion style crown, bro. Hold on, let me see. Give me a picture. Look at that onion. Look at that onion. Just so, look at that. Ooh, that gold. Look at the touches on that thing, man. Tell me that thing ain't hard. What? Ah, Milanese bracelet. And all you have to do is adjust this, slide this up and down to your wrist. Put it that comfortable. This watch is so comfortable. I would say if you're watching this and you've never owned a watch and you're thinking about getting into a watch, you say, man, what should my first watch be? You could go inexpensive. There's watches that you can buy for $100. Um, Bodberry puts out a nice field watch for if you catch the sales like $85 plus you got to pay for shipping or whatever. So about $100, right? And that watch, from what I haven't had it, I'm thinking about getting that sucker just to test it. But comes with an NH35, and I think that would be a great guy to watch. But if you're one of those like, hey, I want my first watch to mean something, I want something that got heritage, that's a company that's been in the game for a while. I just, that's where I'm at. I would highly recommend getting this right here because I'm gonna tell you why. You don't necessarily have to get this one with the small seconds. There's actually three models. You have this one with the small seconds, and it only comes in this color. You have the other two. One comes in this colorway without the small seconds, and I don't think it has a date on it. I don't believe it has a date on it, but it is chronometer certified, meaning that it's been tested for 15 days at different temperatures at 5 different positions. So you got a deviation time of +6, -4, 10 seconds all across the board. But that's the rate, right? You could have one if you test it, it could be running 2 seconds per, which is great time. And I'm gonna say this: quartz watches are the most accurate. This thing right here is the closest thing you're gonna come to, of course. And that test is a testing. It's a test that they do with this, man. So it goes through its paces. They put these watches through its paces, and that costs. But right now, as far as I know, they have done it the cheapest. Because this will cost you $1,050, right? Unless there's a sale. So like there are some people like I think who is it? Go over to Trifecta. Go down and like even if you go look right now, I have Trifecta posted. He had one in there. I saw it yesterday. He had one in there. So you may want to go check that out. And if that's something that is like your first time buy, I say go for it. And if you like trap $1,000 on the, yeah, yeah, why not? This is one of the things, man. Like you get what you like, get what you think, or if you're close by, if you have an AD, go look at it first. Hold on, let me see. I missed. So can you tell me? Oh, just a joke. Or did I disrespect you? Huh? Oh, hold on, hold on. Yeah, y'all accent is different. Man, I thought KFC was form of a. No, we talking about. Man, I thought KFC was some type of watch. Boy, that's funny. Wow, wow, no, that's too funny. No disrespect taken. No, you were talking about food. Yes, we talk different here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Our dialect, everything is different. Um, yeah, yeah. But I can pretty much read. Like a lot of us can interpret what you're saying, bro. Yeah, a lot of us can. Yeah, we don't. We don't take. Stuff like that is disrespect. Like because what's crazy is I witnessed that when I was in Iraq. Our our lingo is completely different. I remember one of the soldiers we was talking, and this guy that was from Iraq, and it was like, he said, "You guys are very brutal." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You talking about each other's moms and stuff, and your sister and whatever." I said, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "I heard you say his mama." I said, "Oh yeah, we always say, like, man, your mama, get out of here." He said, "No, bro, no, you never disrespect your mom, man. Like, you can die for that here." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, even your sister. You said the way you was talking about, like, how your sister doing, man. Tell her I said what's happening." He was like, "No, no, 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 we don't do that, man. Unless you're ready to marry her." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I know not to do that to you because I don't want to come up missing." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they don't play the dozens over there. They do not play that. No sir. No disrespect taken. Yeah, it takes a lot to I mean, Jay Jones is real easy going, man. He'll talk junk to you though. Don't get me wrong. Jay Jones will talk the trash to you, but for the most part, yeah, Jay Jones ain't gonna. Yeah, that's my guy, man. Jay Jones is my dude. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys one last watch. Now, the watch I'm about to show you right now, I think a lot of people can agree and actually get with something like this because the price point is nice. This is a watch that if I didn't have any other watch, right, and my budget, I couldn't spend over $500 or over $400 on a watch, or even $300 on a watch. This watch, hands down, is one of the best watches I have in my collection. It is one of the most striking and appealing, beautiful. This watch is for me. This may not be for you, but for me, this watch, not what. And I'm gonna show you what I did too. I'm gonna flip the camera around. I got the watches sitting here on the counter, and I'm gonna explain why I have this watch the way I have it. So check this out. Y'all see this napkin right here? I laid this down because I don't want to be accused of damaging watches like your boy, who is that, Random Rob. I saw an episode where Random Rob had plopped down a few of his watches, and people came for him in the comment section or what have you. He mentioned, and I don't want that those people to come over here and attack me because I laid the watch down on this hard surface. So I put this is the most comfortable tissue paper that you can find in the world. It came from a company that I can't even mention on camera because if I do, I won't be able to get this tissue ever again. I'll be blacklisted, and they'll come for my family. So this is the most prestigious tissue ever Like if you blew your nose on it, man, it's so soft, man. Like you go to sleep afterwards, man. It has like these properties of melatonin and all that good stuff. Yeah. So just to give you an example, it's softer. It's softer than a 12 pack of Charmin. So the watches are safe. But like I was saying, Brady Timmy, what's going on? This right here is the spinnaker hole. Now, if you can bring your attention to the brushing of this watch, look at the brushing on the bracelet. It is so comfortable. It is a satin type brushing on here. And you see that spinnaker ever so lightly done. And you see the bigger striations of brushing there is amazing. And then you have the push buttons to release. And as you can see right here, look at that right there. Scissor style deployment class. Oh my gosh. How many levels of adjustment do you have on here? Four? You have four levels of adjustment there. So you'll have the perfect fit. Oh my gosh. Look on the side of this thing. Can you see how beautiful that is? Even with how much I wear this watch, the polishing has stood up to the test of time. And then look at the horizontal lines on there. Oh my gosh. And this thing is beating at 21,000 beats per hour because it is powered by the NH35. Yes, it is a beautiful piece of art. And this watch cannot be had by anybody at this point because I'm the only one on this planet to have this particular one. So if you want this watch, I'm sorry, you can't get it. It's over. You have to get something else. Okay? Now that we got that all cleared up, let's come back around here. Now let me get serious. No, seriously though, this watch has Panerai vibes to me. That's the reason why I bought the watch. You have anti-reflective coating on it. I don't know how many coats they have, but I do know that the loom on this watch is amazing. Once it's loomed up, oh yeah, this thing is killing the game. And then you do have that sign rotor, and I've shown this watch a bunch of times. You talking about a watch that go anywhere, do anything type of deal? This right here. If I didn't wear nothing else, and I said that about a few watches. If you were just getting started, you can get this watch right now on a Father's Day sale for under $200. It's like 179, I think. I got one of these on a leather strap. I had to get that one because, well, I didn't have to, but why not, right? I didn't have to, I'll come to your house to pick it up. Hey, bro, you can listen, Jay Jones. If you show up to my house, bro, I will size it for your wrist, bro. I'll buy another one, but I will size it for your wrist just for you to walk away happy because this is a watch. I'm highly recommending that anybody, I don't care where you are, if you have an Omega in your collection, if you have a Rolex in your collection, if you got to protect, I don't care. This watch, you can get it just to wear to go cut grass in. You can go say, hey, you know what? I'm traveling down to Florida, right? I'm about to fly from Minnesota to Florida, and I want to just wear a watch, easy to get through the airport. Boom! This is a fly through the airport. This is a TSA type of like, bro, just get through and get on about your business. It got great weight to it. It has a great feel to it. It does not snatch your hairs. If it like in the way they polished it, the set again. We talked about this, and we're gonna talk about this tonight. When I go live tonight, we're gonna talk about this, man. Companies like this, in my opinion, are showing up for the customer. They're giving us watches that, hey, you want all these things from those big brands, and they're not doing it for you. Here, we're gonna give you something that you can wear and be proud of having on your wrist. And there's a Spinnaker fan club out there. I'm pretty sure it's on Facebook. I think I'm part of so many Facebook groups. So, and even if you don't do it for that, if you want something that just to, man, hold up, bro. Matter of fact, let me take off my beloved Hamilton Khaki King. That's my watch of the morning. See, what you don't know is when I put this on, it glid across my skin. So comfortable. That thing, it was singing to me. Like I heard in this ear, it started singing as I put it on, man. It's like my precious, it's like Lords of the Ring type deal. And this watch is amazing, man. Watch is amazing, and I think sometimes, man, like, yeah, man, it just falls beneath it falls by the wayside. I believe like Spinnaker as a whole, as a company, Spinnaker as well, especially Glycine, they fall by the wayside. I don't think they're talked about enough, man. These are watches that you can actually gift to somebody, man. We got weddings that's going on, graduate. This would be a great graduation gift. Going to college. Yeah, you going to college, man. You be like, hey man, let me go ahead and get this one. Now, for a college kid, this is me personally. I would like to gift this for a college kid. That right there, because you got a 24-hour best, 24-hour scale in there, kind of gets them orientated to, like at what is 4 o'clock in a 24-hour scale. Or I would say a dive watch. So this is why I don't agree with some of the YouTube heroes that say a Garda watch can't be a dive watch. I don't agree at all because of that bezel. Because you'll go anywhere, do anything. Wouldn't that depend on your lifestyle? I mean, because when you say go anywhere, do anything, and you think about watches, man, you can't be looking at a watch thinking you James Bond because James Bond wore, like with his suit, his action and stuff like that. Something like those watches are robust, but like you can't do that. You can't just label that. Well, I guess you can because it's your opinion. I don't agree. I don't agree. So I'm just going to say that a guy to watch, a go anywhere, do anything watch can be a dive watch. And if you come up with a reason why I can't, I'm still not going to agree with it because it can go anywhere and do anything that I wanted to do for me. That's that. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm going to be cool like Trap. Man, go somewhere, bro. Space, I'll never catch up to Trap. That's right. You can't catch up to me, bro, because you surpassed me, bro. You look at me in your review, man. Jay Jones, you already blew past me, bro. Or the coffee strong. I mean, cold. It'd be funny when you are live, man. Like, I don't know what they talking about, but they talking about something. You see, they never talk about the James Bond Seiko. No, no, they don't. They don't. They don't. So again, bro, I don't think I'm wrong by saying this. That everybody has an agenda. Everybody has an agenda, man. I like I come on here. You know what? You know what I like to see at the end of the year. I would love to see 5,000 subscribers. I would absolutely love to see 5,000 subscribers. You know what I would like to see at the end of next year? I would love to see that silver play button. I would love to see 100,000 plus subscribers. Can I get it done? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I would like to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I do have an agenda. My agenda is to not be so much a review channel of watches or telling you what you should, but more of a lifestyle channel. Because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm saying. Hey, this is the lifestyle. Like, what do you do with your watches, man? Like, okay, case in point. I mentioned this to a particular person, and I said, if you looked on YouTube, you can pretty much overlay some YouTubers, some of your YouTube heroes, you can overlay them on top of each other, man, and they have the same agenda. The only difference is their shape, body type, and gender. But everybody pretty much has the same message, right? And they kind of sound like a carbon copy of somebody else. I'm like, man, it's almost like at times where you'll look on YouTube and you'll see or hear somebody talk about a watch, and then it's like you'll see several other channels talk about that same watch, and I'm like, did they all talk like, hey man, let's attack Omega today? We're gonna say XYZ, and everybody's just, I'll be like, God, dog. But like, what? Where would you wear um, your Seamaster to? Um, what type of environments would you take your date just? Like what did you buy it for? I like that. I like that. I like to hear those things. I like to hear the stories, man, the testimonials and stuff. I like to hear when people talk about the customer service. of watches, which we'll talk about that tonight, man. Like who do I think has some great customer service? You know, you hardly ever hear that stuff, man. And then you do get when they slamming a company, like, hey man, blah blah blah, this happened, and they, like that is, I guess that's inviting, man. That is juicy when somebody's dropping, hey, do you know that this company did this? I know some stuff that and I won't do it because I don't want to be a channel that just for the drama. I don't want to do that. You said you'll never pass me. uh, I was gonna say yesterday when I was live, I forgot. Um, you know, a watch company is one celebrity away from just blowing up or having a great month for sales. I believe, and I haven't looked at it yet, but I mentioned this because I saw 4 or 5 days ago. Somebody reported that Omega has a just under $20,000 Seamaster. No, not Seamaster. Which one is it? They got it's under $20,000, right? And the Moon Watch. So I don't know what it entails. I don't know. So I just know I saw the captions that Omega is dropping a $18,000 watch, right? I go the very next day. I went to go see Bad Boys at the movies, right? And before the movie come on, they show all the movies that's coming out, right? So they got a movie called Take Me to the Moon, right? And it's a story about how they faked the moon landing and this, that, and the other, right? And I said, okay, this is gonna be interesting. So on the scenes, it shows um, the relationship of the different people, somebody that's gonna be marketing and doing all the advertisement for the moon, and right then and there, Omega, bam, it shows the Omega Moonwatch sitting right there, and they were like taking pictures of promotions of it, right? Like, hey, we have to tell a story. So they like that right there is going to, and that comes out next month, I believe. And I did watch some of the video. What was said was Omega normally goes by a weird release schedule because watches are never released during this month. They're always released earlier in the year. Omega released this watch, and I was like, think about it. Like whoever and that the person that the video, don't ask me what video, I can't remember. I watched so many videos. Um, what the content creator was saying, and what he didn't say was that movie was coming out. So that makes sense to me from a marketing standpoint. You drop this watch this month, right? People like, oh, Omega just dropped the watch. Oh, that thing's $18,000. But then the movie comes out, and that watch, you're gonna see the moon landing. You're gonna see the watch and all the story behind it. That thing is gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up. How about this? I got one for you. Could you imagine a movie that came out about Vietnam? Imagine a movie that came out about Vietnam, right? And the helicopter pilots and the different stories. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, let's say Michael Bay did. Michael Bay was over all of the explosions and the action that goes into it, man. There's two watches to be known, to be talked about. These two right here, Glycine, and this right here, the Hamilton, the khaki field, the 38 millimeter khaki field needs to be talked about. And that will be a month that I guarantee you, if they did this movie, and depending on what the director is, as long as they don't get that director from the Star Wars thing right now, we should be good to go. Um, those two watches, I believe, especially Hamilton, will definitely do good because they're part of Swatch Group. But Glycine will get a closer look. And that's a watch that, man, like when we talking about history, y'all. I know this whole live was talking about gotta go anywhere, do anything, wearing watches, right? But I'm going down that hill with this one, man. And I know one of the main reasons why people don't subscribe to this is because it's owned by Invicta. Invicta has his own lane. You can't deny that, or you can if you want. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, this watch. This watch is literally a goat in the game, man. It's a goat watch, man. It's prestigious. Historically speaking, you know how many soldiers that like you say, thank you for your service. I'm proud of you. Thank you for serving this country. They wore this watch. There's a lot of them. I know a guy right now. I saw him in VA last month when I was going through there, and he's walking with a limp, real bad now because like he still has shrapnel and bullet fragments in his hip that he received during the Vietnam as a young man, and he wore glycine. He wore glycine. That dude's a hero. Purple Heart. He don't talk about it. He don't. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me the story, and we talked about it, and I looked at him and I said, man, it's just I don't know, man. I just felt some type of way. This is before I got out of the army. Hold up. Right. Glycine is God tier. Thank you for saying that. Yes, it is. It is on a whole different level, man. And I'm gonna just scream it from the top of the rafters that glycine should be talked about. And I don't care about Invicta owning them. Invicta is a beast in his own right because they do. You got to think about this too. Sorry for the interruption. Time on the west. Let me see what time it be right now. Let's see. It's about 9 o'clock there, or 8 o'clock there. Hold up, am I right? Is that right? Well, it's 11 now. One, two, three. Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock there. 8 a.m. So they 3 hours behind where we are. I'm on Eastern, they're on Pacific time. So yeah, man. I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. Glycine is on God tier. Their sub, the combat sub, is an amazing watch, and for what you get, the amount of engineering behind that, man, that watch is stout. And I have three combat subs, and that's a watch that like, and some of them do like they will remind you of. Um, some of them are homage to certain tutors. There are certain ones like the Coke. Is it the Coke bezel? What do you call that? Glycine combat sub will remind you of the Black Bay version. Just do. It does, man. And I'm like, hey, there's nothing wrong with homage, but like Glycine has proven themselves, man, to be an amazing. So the Mr. Milan, I forget his first name. I don't know if it's Eugene Milan, whatever. But when were they born? When were they born? Glycine was created in 1914, and he actually, I believe, he patented the device that was needed to make automatic watches, to make it automatic. So the automatic watch actually goes to somebody else. I have to go back through the history, but he actually made the component that will allow it to swing back and forth. So it's funny how all these people back in the Switzerland days were making certain things. Like, shoot, I just learned about Rado. You know, I didn't know Rado was, before they were a watch company, they were a movement company. They were the first company to put a sapphire glass in a watch. I just learned that 2 weekends ago. Which I thought, I'm like, man, that's crazy. Which again, it won't be this year because the Rado I want is $2,500. If they still have that watch in stock next year, I'm getting, unless something dramatic happens this year, like me hitting the lottery or something like that, or I get blessed with like a just a beast amount of money, I'm getting that Rado. I was bent on I was set on getting that or like it. I like it. I would never do it. Let me get this clear. The Hublot, Big Bang, and the blue ceramic, the blue sky ceramic. I like that watch. I think it was amazing. That sucker's $24,000. But then I see this Rado, which is $2,400. Uh, that watch, the way I put it on, amazing. I swear by it. The reversing gear mechanism. Thank you, Space. Space, you my man. Thank you. yeah, man. So with that being said, hold on. I am about to walk back to the house. I got to knock out some more push-ups. And for those that didn't do the push-ups yesterday, I did enough push-ups for everybody yesterday. I did a man. I just went in yesterday, man. I just went off. Let's see. Of course, man. Why not? I'm about to put this on because I gotta wear it, right? Yeah, I know that was corny. I don't care. Hey, man, it feels good. You know what I feel right now? Do I have something else in here? I think I got another watch in here. Hold on. I think I got another watch. Do I have another watch? No, I don't. That was my notebook. I thought I had another. I'm like, oh, it's another watch in this thing. All right, just making sure. Just making sure. Making sure. But before I go, the one thing I will say, um, yes, I do appreciate everybody that always show up on here. Um, Give it like full transparency. Full transparency. It is hard doing YouTube at times. It's therapeutic at times, man. And I love to get the information out. I love sharing this information with you guys. And sometimes I do second guess myself because um, I have compared myself on a regular basis to other channels that may be in the same vein somewhat. And when you don't see the level of success that they have displayed, right? And before you say anything, um, that does weigh heavy. And then with me sharing what I just said to you guys, I share that with people that I trust the most. And I'm sharing this now because, again, I don't want it to ever be said on my channel, like, hey, okay, what is your real agenda? What is your purpose of being on YouTube? And what are you trying to convey? What are you trying to get across? It's just this. Uh, Basically, can talk about watches, something that, it's like an icebreaker, right? I'm not an antisocial person, even though I actually developed that over time because people can suck at times, right? And I can shut myself off. But there's one thing that I do know we all subscribe to. A lot of us subscribe to. One, like your grandfather either wore a pocket watch or had something that you like, or an heirloom that even though if you wasn't going to wear it, that reminds you of your grandpa if he's not here anymore, right? Or your dad. Or even your mom or your grandmother used to wear a Citizen or, what I'm saying, an old Seiko, something real small, 25 millimeter Citizen or something like that. There's always a story behind a watch, right? And then, even some of your greatest heroes or a politician, there's always somebody with a story about a watch. Always. Some of the greatest conversations for this nation has been had over a cigar, a drink, and a watch. And I was a 757 a month ago when we were having this discussion. So I'm sharing this with you guys and going back to what I said before, I did measure my success to other people's success. And I know that's not healthy. It's not because their agenda is different from mine. My vein of YouTube is different from other people. And I'm still learning a lot of stuff. But, the biggest thing I can walk away with is saying that, hey, I know Space G95, right? Simon. I know Jay Jones, right? The entire Invicta community, that watches or glances or just peek in or just come by to say hi, or even when I do my breast cancer awareness month or I'm fundraising or something like that. If they don't watch for the rest of the year, but they hear, hey, Trap is doing this, and they show up and they be like, hey, Trap, boom, I just sent money to the Cash App. That is my goal. That is my purpose, to continue that at whatever level I can. If one person show up, I'm good to go. Right now, I got 8 people in the chat. I had up to 20 some people here at one point. So, and then I know there'll be another 25 to 50 people to watch this and make a determination on what, like, hey, what's important to me. Trap, I'm in my private jet on my way. All right, bro. I know you had something for all the watches that you got. So, yes, yes. One thing that we can all say and we can share is I know, and I don't know these people, but I could tell you there's probably 1,000 people that have come across this channel that own this watch. I know there'll be a few hundred people that have come across this channel, see this watch, say, "Hey, I got one of those, man. Yo, that dude got the same watch I got." I know there will be thousands upon thousands of people that own a Hamilton and know somebody that did, or their grandpa wore this, or their great grandfather wore a Hamilton during World War II. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Stand up, salute. I know that there will be many that wear Spinnaker. They may not have this particular model, but they have. Same thing with this. There's a number of people that own this watch. Try to stay in your lane, homie. I'm going to ride with you till the wheels fall off this on. Hey, this summer, yes sir, yes sir. We gonna keep it. That's one thing I'm saying. This. Thank you so much. Oh, and before I get up out of here, to all the fathers that are on the up and up, even if you haven't taken care of your child as a father, you're still a dad. You may not be the best dad, and your child may feel like, "Hey, I'm not celebrating that dude. He ain't did nothing." Give it time. Give it time. And if nothing else, I know a few people that learn a valuable lesson for a father that hasn't been in their life, and then at a later date became a part of their life, and they like this, they solid. I've seen these stories. I've heard them. Guess what? You're talking to one. Me and my daughter has not had the best relationship in the past year, and now we had a second chance at that, and now I'm going to uh, take full advantage of being with my daughter. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys know you've seen my sons and stuff like that on here, but like Trap, you got a daughter? Yeah, two. Yeah, two of them. So, with that being said, like it's never too late, and there's always opportunity, man. I believe that God, like you ask God for something, man, He heard you the first time. You believe, keep it moving. Even when you got doubt, man, He'll come and be like, "Hey, remember you doubted me, and I just moved this mountain for you." Hmm? Yes, sir. And be like, "I still love you. Thank you, appreciate it." That's where we at, man. That's where we at. Yep, space. You only knew how I feel about that brother. He's legit. Thanks, man. Jay, don't get me. Listen, Jay. You know I get emotional, bro. Stop it. Don't do that right now, bro. I'm sensitive this morning. I'm sensitive this morning, bro. Nope. You're not about to get me, Jay. You stop it. You stop it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. And for all the people that made it through, we exactly an hour. We're in exactly 1 hour, 2 minutes. It is, man. Family is everything, bro. Mi familia. Family is everything. Hey, and I can tell you this, man. Family don't always rest with just blood, man. God put people in your lives, man, for whatever reason. And I know that is a touchy subject with some people, but I was like, I'll stick by that. That story when Jesus was in the room and his mother and brother was outside, right? And he was like, "Hey, your mom," and she trying to get in, and he was like, "Hey, Jesus, your mom's outside." He was like, "Who was my mother?" You know what I'm saying? Let me just paraphrase. Everybody's doing the will of my Father. This is my family. Tower of Babel, those people weren't related, but like they all agreed and they worked on trying to get this tower up to heaven. Thankfully, God came in and smacked it down. Because you imagine if they'd have made a tower that was trying to get to heaven. You get so far up in the atmosphere, you lose oxygen. Just saying, it's cold up there. I've been at 33,000 feet before in a plane that was given enough heat and pumped with enough oxygen to keep us. I was still a little chilly up there in the plane. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tonight about what time did I set that for? Either 6:30 or 7. We're gonna be on there, man. Fall through, holla at your boy. Let us know what you're collecting. Let us know what you like the most about collecting watches, the environment. Give us an idea of where you go shopping at. Help us out here. Yes, influence us. Yes, we want it. Give it to like, what is your favorite watch? I want to know all that tonight, man. Come on with it. Come on through. If you're available, come on through. You're more than welcome to come up on that stage, man. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, man. And until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed. Don't miss.